Episode 3, The Real Reason They Hate the Law. It's the Sabbath. Let's stop pretending. This debate was never about murder. It was never about adultery, stealing, lying, or honoring your parents. The real issue, the one commandment that causes the most discomfort, the one that makes pastors sweat and theologians squirm, is the fourth commandment. Remember the Sabbath day to keep it holy. Exodus chapter 20 bytes 8. That's the one they want erased. That's why they twist 2 Corinthians 3:7. That's why they call the Ten Commandments the ministry of death. It's not about law or liberty. It's about Sunday. They know full well that 9 commandments still apply. They'll preach against adultery, warn against stealing, and quote, "Thou shalt not kill" in every sermon. But when it comes to the Sabbath, the day that God himself blessed, sanctified, and commanded, they change the subject, twist Paul, and claim the law is gone. But friend, if the law is truly abolished, then sin no longer exists. 1 John 3:4. Whosoever committeth sin transgresseth also the law, for sin is the transgression of the law. No law equals no sin. No sin equals no Savior. No Savior equals no gospel. So if you claim the 10 Commandments are gone, you've just destroyed the entire framework of salvation. And worst of all, you've trampled on the very thing that God called holy from the beginning of time. Genesis 2:2-3. And on the 7th day, God ended his work. And God blessed the 7th day and sanctified it. This happened before sin, before Jews, before Moses. Right there in Eden, God never sanctified Sunday. Not in Genesis, not in Exodus, not in the Gospels, not in the book of Acts, not in Revelation, nowhere. The only weekly day God ever called his is the 7th day. Isaiah 58:13. If thou turn away thy foot from the Sabbath, from doing thy pleasure on my holy day. Whose day? God's day. So let me ask, who gave men the authority to change it? Who has the power to erase what God called eternal? Malachi 3:6. I am the Lord, I change not. If God doesn't change, his law doesn't change. And if his law doesn't change, then the Sabbath still stands. You see, the ministry of death argument is a cover. It's a theological smokescreen to hide the fact that modern Christianity has bowed to tradition. And who gave that tradition? Daniel 7:25. He shall think to change times and laws. Only one power in history claimed to change the Sabbath, the Roman Catholic Church. Not God, not Jesus, not the apostles. So when a Sunday keeper says the 10 Commandments are gone, they don't really believe it. They just don't want to keep the one commandment that exposes their tradition. But the truth is simple. God made the Sabbath at creation. He wrote it in stone with his own finger. Jesus kept it. His disciples kept it. The early church kept it. And Isaiah 66:23 says, all flesh will keep it in heaven. So tell me, when exactly was it abolished? The answer is never. They don't hate the law, they hate the Sabbath, because the Sabbath unmasks every counterfeit gospel built on tradition instead of truth.